రెడ్డిగా ఆర్బీఐ గవర్నర్ మీడియాతో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు ఆ లైవ్ చూద్దాం.
You're all aware of them, of the various OMOs, the CRR rate cut, the swaps that we have done. The system liquidity deficit tapered therefore during the last 2 months of February and March, and further it turned into a surplus on 29th March 2025. Further, coupled with the government spending picking up pace during the latter half of last month March, the system liquidity further improved and it stood at a surplus of 1.5 lakh crore as on 7th April 2025, and even yesterday it was 1.4 lakh crore rupees of surplus. Reflecting these developments, the weighted average call rate softened and remained near the repo rate since the last policy meeting. The spreads of 3-month CP and 3-month CD rates over the 91-day Treasury bill rate have also softened since the second half of March, suggesting an improvement in liquidity conditions. I would like to mention over here again, I am reiterating this, I have said this earlier, which is that the Reserve Bank is committed to provide sufficient system liquidity. We will continue to monitor the evolving liquidity and financial market conditions and proactively take appropriate measures to ensure that there is adequate liquidity in the system. Coming to financial stability, well, I do not have much to add from my previous policy statement in February. Things are more or less looking similar. The financial soundness parameters of the banking sector continue to be robust. The liquidity buffer in the banking system is well above the regulatory threshold. Profitability indicators are also healthy, reflecting robust operational efficiency of the system. Similarly, the system level parameters of NBFCs too are very sound. Now, as has been the practice, I shall be announcing some additional measures. This time I have 6 additional measures to announce to all of you, and these relate to banking regulation, fintech, and payment systems. First, we propose to enable securitization of stressed assets through market-based mechanism. There is already a mechanism of securitization of standard assets. The same is now proposed to extend with modification to stressed assets, and I may add that this is in addition and this is not in lieu of the existing ARC route under the SARFAESI Act of 2002. Second, we have guidelines on co-lending. They are presently applicable only to arrangements between banks and NBFCs. Moreover, they are restricted to priority sector loans. To exploit the huge potential of such lending arrangements, it is proposed now to extend these to all regulated entities and to all loans, priority sector or even outside the priority sector. Third, loans against the collateral of gold jewelry and ornaments, commonly known as gold loans, are extended by regulated entities, both banks and NBFCs, for both consumption and income generation purposes, in order to harmonize guidelines across various types of regulated entities to the extent possible, keeping in view their differential risk-bearing capabilities. We shall issue comprehensive regulations on prudential norms as well as conduct-related aspects for such loans. Fourth, to harmonize the regulations governing non-fund-based facilities across regulated entities, we propose to issue comprehensive guidelines. Instructions related to partial credit enhancement by regulated entities are also proposed to be revised. This is also, if you would recall, a budget announcement relating to NABFID by the Honorable Finance Minister in her budget speech for this year. This is expected to broaden funding sources for infrastructure financing. The draft of these 4 guidelines and regulations are being published today itself for public consultation, and we shall finalize these guidelines based on the feedback received. The other two announcements relate to, first of all, enabling NPCI to decide in consultation with the banks and other stakeholders the transaction limits in UPI for person to merchant transactions. This limit, as you are aware, today is 2 lakh rupees. We will give the freedom to NPCI in consultation with other stakeholders to revise it as per the needs of the economy. I may also clarify over here that the P2P transaction limit, which is 1 lakh rupees as of now,